Good afternoon, Q citizens. Sa pagsisimula ng first ever Legislation Week, kilalanin natin ang Local Legislative Department ng ating syudad. Ang local government ng Quezon City ay binubuo ng dalawang departamento, Executive at Legislative. Ang Executive Branch ng Quezon City Government ay pinamumunuan ng City Mayor. Sa ngayon ay si Mayor Joy Belmonte. Ayon sa Republic Act 7160 or the 1991 Local Government Code, ang mayor ay inatasan para mag-exercise ng general supervision at control, mag-enforce ng lahat ng national at local laws, mag-initiate at i-maximize ang generation ng resources and revenue para sa implementation ng programs ng local government. Siguraduhin ang delivery ng basic services and facilities katulad ng pagpapagawa ng schools at hospitals, at iba pang kapangyarihan na ibinigay ng batas o ordinansa. Ngayon alam na natin ang Executive Department, ano naman ang Legislative? Ang Legislative Department ay may tinatawag na local legislative power para gumawa ng mga batas na ipapatupad eksklusibo sa ating syudad. Under the Local Government Code, ang legislative body ng city ay may kapangyarihan na magpasa ng mga batas para sa pagpapanatili ng peace and order, pag-aalaga sa environment, at mga batas para sa safety and protection ng government property at public records. Para sa pag-generate at paggamit ng resources at revenue, pag-grant ng franchises or pagbigay ng permits and licenses para sa iba't ibang businesses, pag-regulate ng activities sa paggamit sa land, buildings, and structures, pagbibigay ng efficient and effective delivery of basic services and facilities, and other duties as prescribed by law or ordinance. Ang ating City Council ay pinamumunuan ng Vice Mayor. Automatic na siya din ang presiding officer as part of the duties of his office. Para sa may mahabang diskusyon tungkol sa opisina ng Vice Mayor, samahan niyo po kami hanggang sa 4th day ng ating Virtual Legislation Week. Ngayon, paano nga ba nagiging batas ang isang batas? Ayon sa Local Government Code, kailangan dumaan ng 3 readings sa isang measure bago ito maging isang tunay na batas. Ang first reading ay pagbasa lamang ng title at may akda at pag-refer sa committee kung saan ito dapat pag-aaralan at isasagutin. Kapag napag-aralan na ng committee, isasalang na ito for second reading. Sa second reading, nagaganap ang mabusising pag-aaral ng ordinansa o resolusyon. Ito ang pagkakataon upang magbigay ng kanilang opinion at concerns ang bawat miyembro ng City Council, pati na rin ang presiding officer. Para siyang thesis defense. Kaya ang proponent ng batas ay dapat prepared na sagutin ang lahat ng tanong ng kanyang mga kasama sa konseho. Kapag nalagpasan na ang second reading, third reading na lang at okay na. Sa third reading naman, ito ang pag-confirm at pag-approve ng ordinansa at resolution. Kasama na ang mga amendments na pinag-usapan sa second reading. Yan ang short version. Handa na ba kayo malaman ang complete, long process ng paggawa ng batas ng 21st City Council? Kapit lang, Q citizens. Hinga ng malalim at simulan na natin. Number 1. Start sa filing ng proposed measure sa City Secretary. Number 2. City Secretary will check if may similar pending or approved measure. 3. Will forward to Majority Floor Leader for determination what to do, whether to be included in agenda or consolidated with a pending measure or archive. Number 4. City Secretary will finalize the agenda for the Council session and include those for first reading. Number 5. In the session, first reading will mean the reading of the title and proponent and referral to proper committees. Number 6. In the committee, there will be hearings and public consultations to deliberate the measure. Number 7. After that, the committee will recommend the measure for plenary deliberation and second reading. Number 8. For second reading sa session, the council will deliberate the measure and will either approve the measure with or without amendments or revert back to committee for further study. Number 9. If approved, it will be scheduled for third reading for approval para sa ordinance or confirmation para sa resolution. Number 10. But if the measure is certified urgent from the mayor, the rules will be suspended and diretso na from first reading to second reading and third reading ang measure. Number 11. After matapos ang third reading, the City Secretary will finalize the measure and transmit it to the office of the presiding officer for signature. Number 12. For signed resolutions, it will be returned to the City Secretary for docketing. Number 13. For signed ordinances, it will be transmitted to the office of the City Mayor for approval and signature. 14. If the Mayor approves, she will sign and return the same to the City Secretary for docketing. Number 15. If the Mayor doesn't approve, she will veto the same and return it with her objections. Number 16. The City Council may override the veto by 2/3 vote of all its members. Number 17. All approved ordinances and resolutions shall be posted and published. Number 18. For those that need implementing rules and regulations or IRR, the head agency will formulate the same for its full implementation. Phew! Grabe, Q-Citizens. Na-absorb nyo ba lahat yon? Okay lang kung hindi. Tignan sa caption ng post na ito ang link kung saan makikita ang flowchart ng legislative process ng 21st City Council para inyong balikan at pag-aralan ito. May last video pa tayo for the day ha. Balikan uli kami mamayang 4 PM para makilala ang ating City Secretary. Kita-kits, Q-Citizens!